Hello from Kiev, Ukraine. It's me, Olena, your tour guide here, and in this video I will be just talking how you can travel to Ukraine now. So please try to follow me. First thing you need to do before you come here to Ukraine in July 2020 is to think twice, because sometimes it's really complicated. So you are a foreigner and you want to come to Ukraine. What you need to do in advance is to buy a medical insurance to cover your possible COVID treatment here in Ukraine. In Ukraine, health services are for free, but only for Ukrainian citizens. So if you are a foreigner, the government will not pay for you. You need the medical insurance. About the medical insurance, it should be issued by a company registered in Ukraine, or by a company that has a partner in Ukraine, or a company that has some contract in Ukraine. Yep. And if you have this medical insurance, that's good news. You can come to Ukraine. But another thing you need to think about, your country. Is it in the red zone or it's in the green zone? So Ukraine has that list, which is being renewed every couple of days of these two zones. In the green zones, we have the countries where situation with COVID-19 is better than in Ukraine. That means there are less than 40 cases per 100,000 people. The red zone countries, situation there is worse. Like, for example, that's France, that's the United States of America. People from the red zone countries, they are required to go for self-isolation. So green zone, only medical insurance, and that's it. You cross the border to Ukraine without any problems, enjoy your life here, but double check, do you need or you don't need self-isolation at your home country after visit to Ukraine. People from the red zone countries, that's complicated, really, at least for the moment. The government is trying to arrange something, but for the moment today, it doesn't work that good as desired. So people from the red zone countries, you are required to go for self-isolation here in Ukraine for 2 weeks. But there is a chance how you can escape. When you arrive at the airport, anyway, the bodyguards will propose you two options: to go to a facility chosen by the government, that means to a hospital, for 2 weeks for self-observation. That's not an option. I don't recommend you. Another option is to go for self-isolation in a place of self-isolation. That can be a hotel, a rented apartment, that can be your friend's home, that can be your home. It's just one fixed place, and you need to indicate that address to the bodyguards upon arrival. And a very important thing, you need to show that you have downloaded and registered but not yet activated the program called Дій вдома, Act at Home. That is a program made by Ukraine to monitor people in self-isolation, but it was made for Ukrainians. That's why it's only in Ukrainian language. Oops. Yeah, good news is that people say who used the program that it's comprehensive enough, and even without knowing Ukrainian language, you can understand how to use it. Bad news, the program has bugs, and quite often it can't recognize your face or something. Basically, how the program works, when you already activate it, I will tell you later. So we are at the airport. Yeah, you are a person from the red zone country. You are a foreigner. You already have your medical insurance, and you already need to have a Ukrainian SIM card. And that's another complicated situation, because if you have been in Ukraine before, you have that SIM card, that's not a problem. Good luck. If you are arriving in Ukraine for the first time, you can borrow this card somewhere, like connect with the Ukrainian diaspora. If you manage to do this, if you don't have all these connections and you can't buy Ukrainian SIM card, you might be in trouble because you are required to download that application, and to download it you need an Ukrainian number. Yeah, sorry, but that's how it works. I've been told by many people that actually at the border, the bodyguards, they are not aggressive. They do understand that the system isn't perfect, and they try to do what they can do to help you at the border. There was a case when the bodyguards just gave you the SIM card, but that's because the company Visit Ukraine Today, that they just delivered these SIM cards to the bodyguards, and then it was possible to give it to people. But that was one case. It's not yet on the permanent service. So there are no guarantees that the bodyguards will give you the SIM card for free. Another story that I've heard, that there was a person selling SIM cards at the airport for people before crossing the border, but obviously that was illegal. That was a good thing to do. Depends on how much money people had to pay for it, but that's illegal. According to the Ukrainian law, especially in Boryspil airport that belongs to the government, you can't sell anything at the airport in this zone where people did not cross the border yet, before this passport control. So there is no way how the government can arrange this selling SIM cards to you. Another option that I've heard, that some airlines, they just give to the passengers arriving in Ukraine these Ukrainian SIM cards for free. They're not really expensive here, and quite often you can get it for free sometimes when there are promotions. And another option, you can buy an electronic virtual SIM card here in Ukraine. LiveSell UA is doing this service, but if you do it, please double check whether your telephone supports, your mobile phone supports this service. Can you download that eSIM on your phone or not? Another thing, please check if your mobile operator blocks or doesn't block downloading electronic SIM cards in Ukraine, because this might be the case as well. And another thing, if you buy this electronic SIM card, you need to pay for it during the first 20 minutes. In this case, you will receive QR code to download electronic SIM card immediately. If you pay later, you will receive your card in 7 days, which will be too late. Yeah, so that's an option, but once again complicated. Another option is if you have a Ukrainian friend, you theoretically, I know people who did it. So what you can do, so you arrive at the airport, you contact your friend, you say, I download this program, Divdoma. Help me, please, give me your phone number. The friend gives you his phone number. You put into the system, when you install the application, the phone number of your friend. In this case, your friend will receive the code and he will send it to you, and you will put this code of your friend into the application and you will download it successfully and register. I hope that works. Later your friend, the case I know, then later the friend even didn't give you his phone because it was not needed. Well, you can ask somebody to buy a SIM card for you, put it in the phone, do this manipulation with the code, and later give you the SIM card. Basically, I am based in Kiev, here in Ukraine. If you are in urgent need, I can help you. Just ask me. I will buy this, SIM card, put it in my phone, do this manipulation with the code. I hope it helps, and later I will give you the SIM card. My contacts are available in the description of this video. Okay, let's imagine you downloaded the program, you installed it, registered, you show it to the bodyguards. He says, okay, so I can see that you have registered, I can see that you have medical insurance. One tourist told me that the bodyguard checked whether this mobile number is yours. He made a call. Another person, she said, she's a Ukrainian journalist, that her telephone was out of charge, that she downloaded the program, but she couldn't show it to the bodyguard because the telephone was dead. And the bodyguard said, well, okay, when you come home, please activate, charge your phone and activate the program. And basically, that's what she did. Another person told me that with the story with the SIM card, which is complicated, that he gave to the bodyguard one telephone number, but that SIM card turned out to be not good. Something happened to it, and he bought another SIM card and installed from the very beginning this application at home, activated, and it works. So basically, you see different stories, different options. In general, what I've heard from all the people, that bodyguards are very, they try to find a compromise and help you. And well, I hope that it's really the case. Of course, it shouldn't be like this. Everything should be comprehensive, not that complicated. Everything should be simple. But guys, welcome to Ukraine. Yeah, we, for some reason, we often have these, messy situations. But maybe that's what makes this country a little bit, tasty and special. Well, at least I love this country, even with all this, even for that, it's not perfect. Yeah, but let's talk about other things. Yes, so you crossed the border successfully. You are in Ukraine. Welcome, Kiev. Now you've got 24 hours to get home to the place of self-isolation. During this time, of course, respect the others, who knows, yes, put the mask in public places and so on. Yes, but you still have 24 hours to get home. On the way, you can go to the groceries, buy enough of products, and you can go to the laboratory, to the hospital, and pass the PCR test. And later, to wait at home for the negative result. It should be negative, of course. Yeah, because to make this PCR test in the laboratory is cheaper than to make it at home later in the place of self-isolation. Now, attention, recently, yesterday, the government, the Ministry of Health, officially published on the website the list of clinics and hospitals in Ukraine, not only in Kiev, laboratories that were verified, confirmed, certificated to make the PCR test and submit the result to the government. Submit the results to the public health center, which later has to submit results to the Ministry for Digital Transformation, which has to give this result to the application Div Doma, stay at home, and that application then should send you the message you are free from self-isolation. That's how the system should work, but I've been looking for people who used that application, and it basically worked for 2 days, and I couldn't find that person. I have one hope that today Jessica from the USA, that she will get free. At least she already knows that her negative PCR test is already registered at the public health center. So today or tomorrow, she should receive the message that she is free from self-isolation. That's her case. If that's successful, of course, I will let you know in the description, in the comments for this video. Okay, so you passed the PCR test, polymerase chain reaction test that checks not your antigens, that checks do you have this coronavirus in your body or not. Okay, so you pass the test, you go home, you stay in self-isolation. So in 24 hours upon arrival to Ukraine, you activate the application. You should activate the application Div Doma at home. You should activate it. What happens next? From now and then, on your phone, you will receive through this application a message like, please take a selfie like this and like that in different blink, move your head. Yes, they will ask you to do different things, and that program will verify your geolocation, and it will scan your face to make sure that you are that person who needs self-isolation. Yeah, some people say the program has some bugs. Some people say that the program works okay. So different reviews. But if you look when you install the program, the rating is only 1 star of that application. Of course, people are not happy to self-isolate, so they don't like that program. They say the program does not disturb you at night, only during the day. But if you don't react, the program sends you another message like, hey, hi there, where are you? You're violating self-isolation. People say that in this case, a policeman arrived at the place of self-isolation to check are you there or not. If a person was there who told me about this, and he said that it was no problem. The police said, please be attentive, don't miss the messages, like this. Okay, so you wait. Ideally, as they say, in 2 days you receive the message that after the laboratory has submitted the result, authorized laboratory submitted the results. In 2 days you are free from self-isolation, and you do whatever you want, whatever you like. Yeah, that would be great. But as I say, so far nobody was that happy. Today, one Ukrainian journalist, Maria, she kind of broke the system because she just took the negative result, and she visited the police office here in Kiev and wrote like a letter, official letter to the police that she has the negative result and she wants to be free from self-isolation. The police told her that's enough. You see, so it's not written in any algorithm that was published, but the police told her, okay, that's enough if you have negative results. And basically she called to the secretary of the Ministry for Health of Ukraine, because she's a journalist, and the secretary told her, like, yes, Maria, that should be okay. Moreover, if you've got the negative result with you in your hands, that's already enough. But you see, that's only phone conversation, and my subjective opinion, that does not guarantee that you will not be fined later. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it. Yeah, I know, guys, that that information is so contradictional, not clear, but I'm trying to explain you as much as possible as I can. So I hope and I really believe that these days the system should start working. I hope. Yeah, and that will be good news. So that's like this. I made another video. People who themselves already arrived in Ukraine, crossed the border, people from the green zone, from the red zone, they shared with me, with you, their experience. And please watch this video for more details, to listen to the stories of the real people. I hope you like it. I hope that video was useful. You see, I've shot it with one frame, with one card, without editing at all. So it's not perfect, but I was trying to explain you everything I needed. Sorry for my not perfect English and so on. Like this video, subscribe. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.